Have you noticed getting winded lately just from climbing stairs, or perhaps your knees have suddenly started aching? That's not simply old age. It's because your belly fat is literally suffocating your heart, liver, and blood vessels. It acts like a silent killer, taking over your body from within. This isn't just the soft fat under your skin. It is a toxin surrounding your organs, causing your metabolism to grind to a halt. I am Dr. Ulrich Selz. After 30 years at the operating table, I have personally witnessed the horrific devastation caused by this uninvited guest. But don't be too worried. Science has proven by losing just 11 pounds of belly fat, you can reduce your risk of diabetes by up to 58% and your risk of stroke by 30%. The secret isn't in starvation, it's in 3 golden pillars of food, right in your own pantry. In this video, I will show you which foods clear out visceral fat, the exact dosages you need, and a specific roadmap to reclaiming your health. Are you ready? Let's start right away with the first food group, the brooms that sweep excess sugar from your bloodstream. When we talk about the beer belly, medicine identifies 2 types of fat. Subcutaneous fat is the padding under your skin, like a winter coat. But visceral fat is different. It is like a toxic sludge that fills the gaps between your organs. If your waist circumference exceeds 35 inches as a woman or 40 inches as a man, you are in a state of heightened risk for heart attack, stroke, and atherosclerosis. The body mass index, or BMI, is often a broken compass in this regard. You can have a normal BMI but still be skinny fat, harboring dangerous levels of internal grease. Visceral fat is not just an energy storage tank, it is a chemical factory. It produces over 200 different hormones and inflammatory signaling molecules that poison your bloodstream. This creates a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation, a silent fire that never goes out. Think of your body as a house where the trash hasn't been picked up for years. Eventually, the smell and the toxins begin to rot, the very foundation of the building. The hammer you must understand is this: visceral fat is the first to arrive when you overeat. But because it is so metabolically active, it is also the first to leave if you provide the right stimulus. Through targeted activity and the right nutrition, a man can lose several ounces of visceral fat per week. That is roughly half an inch of waist circumference every 7 days. This brings us to our first major milestone, the stabilization of the gatekeeper hormone, insulin. Every time you consume refined carbohydrates, like that morning bagel or a sugary soda, your insulin spikes. In the eyes of your evolution, this is a signal that a mammoth has been killed and it is time to store fat for the coming winter. But in the modern world, the winter never comes. We are in a permanent state of storage. To stop this, we must use foods that act as a slow-release battery for your system. Legumes, such as lentils, kidney beans, and chickpeas, are your primary weapon here. Science shows that regular consumption of these legumes significantly blunts the blood sugar response in both healthy individuals and type 2 diabetics. They contain complex carbohydrates and a high density of plant-based protein. Most importantly, they are packed with fiber. Imagine this fiber as a mesh screen in your intestines. It slows down the speed at which glucose enters your blood, preventing the insulin spikes that tell your belly to grow. Here in the States, you don't need fancy superfoods. Look to the humble black bean or pinto bean. They provide the same biological mesh screen that keeps your energy stable for hours. We must also address the fruit myth. Many influencers tell you to avoid fruit because of fructose. This is a dangerous simplification. While a fruit smoothie or a glass of juice is a sugar bomb, Because the fiber has been destroyed, eating a whole apple is a different biological event. The skin of the apple contains pectin, a soluble fiber. In your gut, pectin turns into a thick, viscous gel. Think of it as a slow-motion barrier for your digestion. A medium-sized apple provides about 4 grams of fiber, and that fiber ensures the sugar is released slowly, keeping you full and your insulin quiet. 1 apple a day truly does keep the doctor away, provided you eat the skin and chew it thoroughly. But what about the internal furnace? Can we actually force the body to burn fat through temperature? The answer lies in capsaicin, the active compound in chili peppers. Capsaicin triggers a process called thermogenesis. It's like turning up the thermostat in your home. It stimulates the sympathetic nervous system, increasing energy expenditure and fat oxidation, specifically within the visceral fat stores. You don't need to eat a bucket of habaneros. A small, consistent daily amount of cayenne pepper or crushed red pepper flakes on your dinner can provide a measurable physiological contribution to fat loss. Think of it as a metabolic spark that keeps the fire burning even when you are sitting at your desk. This brings us to a critical hammer in our strategy: green tea and the power of EGCG. When you combine the caffeine in green tea with the catechin, known as EGCG, you create a potent synergy that targets belly fat. Studies have confirmed that regular consumption of green tea, about 1 to 2 cups per day, can significantly reduce visceral fat mass over several weeks. Instead of reaching for a beer or a diet soda, reach for a cup of high-quality green tea. Whether it's a hot mug in the morning or unsweetened iced green tea with lunch, it's a perfect low-cost biohack for your longevity. As we move deeper into the body, we must address the silent fire of inflammation. Visceral fat produces inflammatory cytokines that act like corrosive acid on your arteries. To extinguish this fire, you need omega-3 fatty acids. These are the fire extinguishers of the human body. Wild-caught fish like mackerel, sardines, or Alaskan salmon should be on your plate 2 to 3 times a week. These fats improve your cholesterol markers and directly reduce the inflammatory signals coming from your belly fat. For those who do not eat fish, high-quality algae oil capsules are a superior alternative. By reducing inflammation, you break the vicious cycle where inflammation causes fat gain, and fat gain causes more inflammation. To support this anti-inflammatory mission, I want you to look at berries, blueberries and raspberries in particular. These are North American superfoods packed with antioxidants that improve insulin sensitivity. A handful a day can measurably lower your inflammatory markers. If these are out of season, frozen berries are just as effective and often more affordable. And let's not forget turmeric. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, is a powerful anti-inflammatory, but it must be consumed with a healthy fat and a pinch of black pepper to be absorbed. But a word of warning as your protector: do not jump straight to high-dose curcumin supplements without consulting your physician, especially if you have liver issues or are on blood-thinning medication. Use the powder in your cooking. It's a safe, traditional way to harness its power. Now let's talk about the hidden garden inside you, your gut microbiome. Your gut is a command center that dictates your metabolism. To fix this, you need fermented foods. In the American diet, we often overlook these, but natural Greek yogurt, kefir, or even raw sauerkraut found in the refrigerated section are like seeds for your internal garden. They help lower your belly fat mass, even if you aren't on a strict calorie-restricted diet. In addition to these seeds, you need fertilizer, which we call prebiotics. Foods like garlic, onions, and asparagus, or the fiber found in beans, pass through your small intestine undigested to feed your good bacteria. When your gut is healthy, the hunger alarms in your brain are silenced. Are you currently incorporating any fermented foods like yogurt or pickles into your diet? Tell me in the comments. As we approach the final segments, we must discuss the satiety masterclass. To prevent uncontrolled hunger phases, you need foods that keep you full. Eggs are a perfect example. They combine high-quality protein with healthy fats, dampening your appetite for hours. Another heavyweight is the avocado. Despite being high in calories, half an avocado at lunch can extend your feeling of fullness for up to 5 hours. If avocados are too expensive, a small handful of walnuts or almonds provides a similar hormonal signal of abundance to your brain. I must now take you into the danger zone warning. If your waistline is rapidly increasing, if you are feeling chronic fatigue, or if your blood pressure is consistently high, you cannot simply diet your way out of this alone. You must work under the supervision of your primary care physician. This information is a biological shield, but it does not replace medical monitoring. Never stop your prescribed medications without a doctor's guidance. We have covered a vast amount of ground today. The 58% reduction in diabetes risk, the half-inch per week loss potential, and the toxic hormones produced by your belly. We have built a list of protectors. Beans as our slow-release battery, apples and oats as our fiber broom, chili and green tea as our metabolic furnace, and Greek yogurt as our internal garden. This is a biochemical intervention designed to save your life and keep you active for your children and grandchildren. Now, let us move toward your new daily routine. To start today, I want you to implement 2 small, non-negotiable actions. First, replace 1 refined carb at breakfast, like that white toast or sugary cereal, with a bowl of old-fashioned oats or even a black bean omelette. Use the hand rule for your portions. 1 fist-size portion of protein, 2 fists of vegetables, and 1 handful of healthy fats or complex carbs. Second, start drinking 1 to 2 cups of green tea daily. If you do this consistently for 30 days, you will feel the difference in your energy levels and see it in how your genes fit. You have stayed with me until the end, and for that, I commend you. You are now part of a select group that chooses evidence over magic pills. I have handed you the keys to the pharmacy inside your own body. Now, it is your job to use them. If you found this clinical breakdown valuable, please like this video so it can reach more Americans who are struggling in silence. Share it with a family member who needs this message. You might be the reason they avoid a major medical crisis. Subscribe to ensure you never miss our upcoming guides. Your health is your greatest wealth. Protect it. I am Dr. Ulrich Selz, and I look forward to hearing about your progress in the comments below. Start tomorrow morning with that first bowl of oats. Your body will thank you for years to come.